I love Christmas time, but the Christmas music kind of irks me. Today we're talking about the chord that makes Christmas songs sound Christmassy. Now, I am in the middle of writing a Christmas song, and I'm really looking forward to checking this out. Personally, as like an experiment or learning from this YouTube video, we're going to be reacting to it and breaking it down. Thank you very much to the subscriber that sent this to me, because this is perfect timing. Very much looking forward to seeing what makes Christmas songs sound Christmassy. Because I want to write a classic, man. As audacious as that sounds. Let's see what we got.
If you walk around a shopping mall, turn on the radio, or go to a coffee shop between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you're gonna hear this song.
Don't want a lot for Christmas.
That's Mariah Carey's 1994 hit, All I Want.
94? I did not realize it was quote unquote that old. I actually thought it was in the 2000s, like 2000 that came out or something like that.
For Christmas Is You. It's one of the most often played Christmas songs ever.
Wow.
And it happens to be one of the...
Wow. I'm actually... The Pentatonics is on this list. This is really cool. Huh. It's the third most.
only Christmas songs written in the last 20 years that has reached the same popularity of the American Christmas standards that came before it. So here's a question. What makes Mariah Carey's song sound so incredibly Christmassy? Aside from the sleigh bells, of course.
I love Christmas time, but the Christmas music kind of irks me in the sense that there are so many great songs written every year outside of Christmas, and then when you get to Christmas, it's like the same songs that everybody covers, and I'm like, this is cool, and these songs are good, but how many different versions of the same song can I hear? And I was like, kind of hoping that like somebody would write a new Christmas song essentially, and we really haven't had many new classics that we hear often since Mariah Carey. Now, I would have agreed with that statement for if you asked me 2 months ago. Then I remembered that Kelly Clarkson had a hit. Let me just see really. Underneath the Tree. That's become, I would say, probably a pretty classic in the sense of like I hear that one a lot as well. Maybe not Mariah Carey, but like that one is pretty close. So I would say. So let's see what we got.
One of the greatest Christmas albums of all time is A Christmas Gift for You from Phil Spector. It was originally released in 1963 to little fanfare, but then it was reissued in 1972.
Interesting.
At that point, it instantly became a classic.
And if you look at Mariah Carey's song, it is most immediately a direct style study of that 1972 Phil Spector Christmas album. The arrangement is just down to a T.
I'd be very, very curious to see if it's literally the same exact music, just repackaged and re-released, or if it was like they changed things.
Adam Ragusa, he teaches journalism at Mercer University, but studied music and composition.
Most directly, I think she was trying to imitate a song on that Phil Spector album called Christmas, Baby Please Come Home.
You can hear that so very clearly in
let's
how
see what
the
we got.
intro of both songs are structured.
Oh, I know that song. But what's also interesting is the fact that like why then does she not get like copyright infringement, or as they call it, interpolation, where you like take a general idea from somebody else and put it into your own. Like I'm fine with that. I love inspiration. I think that there's no art without inspiration, but like cancel culture today is like, oh, this person used the same chord as this person. So I'm surprised by that, honestly. I didn't realize it was a triplet. I get it really fast triplets, huh?
But if you look a
that
little
transition was
deeper
cool
into
too, we
Mariah Carey's song, you'll see another link. One to the best-selling song of all time, 1942's White Christmas by Irving Berlin, performed by Bing Crosby.
And to find that similarity, you gotta look.
The best Christmas song? Selling Christmas song of all time, or the best selling song of all time? Did you hear that?
At the chords. It's all in the chords.
Now, a chord is 3 or more notes played together.
Christmas, Baby Please Come Home, that Phil Spector song, I think that has just like 4 chords in it. It's a 4-chord rock song.
That's that she just played the 1 6 4 5 chord, which is any pop song you've ever heard.
There's a lot more variety of chords used in All I Want for Christmas Is You, and they harken back to a time when popular music was largely informed by jazz.
A jazz standard might have 9 different chords in it, and chords of lots of different kinds of flavors, not just majors and minors, but diminished and augmented and sevenths and ninths and all of that kind of stuff.
And there is one very,
Those
very
are all
special
different intervals that you hear in music.
chord in Mariah Carey's song that gives it such a classic sound. It's no coincidence that that very chord is also played in White Christmas.
So here, this is not going to sound great. I'm playing it off of my iPhone, right? But
So we're going to put both songs in the key of C for comparison.
so Carey starts just on a tonic chord, home chord, chord 1. I don't want a lot for Christmas, 1/7. There's just one thing I need. 4 chord, subdominant chord. I don't care about the presents. And here's the special chord. Underneath the Christmas tree, I just want you for my own. So the
way he's
effect
staring
is
into the
going
camera.
from a dominant chord and then kind of melting into this delicious, spicy, warm little...
Which is interesting because it's essentially, so you went from the F major to almost an F minor right there, because you have the F A flat C, and then you add that second in, or the D, which is the second in the key. This say note may also be interpreted as an A minor 4 with an added 6 in the bass. Interesting.
diminished chord.
Now, if we were to compare that to Irving Berlin's White Christmas, we see an incredibly similar progression, culminating in that very special chord.
Irving Berlin starts this phrase with a tonic chord. Where the treetops glisten and children listen. There's that special chord. To hear sleigh bells in the snow. To me, the right word is just
Very
melting. You know, it's like snow melting by the fire. It's these jazzy chords that give Mariah Carey's song that kind of classic early 20th century Christmas jazzy sound. And it's just the most Christmassy thing in the world. I don't know why.
You can explain the whole thing and at the end of it be like, I don't know why. That's funny. Okay, so what do we learn from that? It's I guess essentially a 2 chord. It's like a 2 diminished chord, I guess, because D, F, A flat, and the C. It's a 2 fully diminished chord with a 7th in it, which is interesting. You don't really see a lot of those in pop music. But okay, so I guess to make a classic, you just gotta write a good song and put that 2 diminished chord in there. Very interesting. I find that super interesting. Like I said, I feel like there has been a lot of classic Christmas songs, particularly I think because we like tradition. We like, you know, the same traditions every year, but still, I think that we write great songs and it'd be cool to hear some different variation rather than 65 different singers just singing Silent Night.